And welcome back, everyone, to Between Bells on Cheddar. KidNation is a new online digital platform that empowers children through music and visual storytelling. Now, this was co-founded by Ludacris, the recording artist, and KidNation teaming up with Galpin Ford for the hashtag Drive Hope for Kids campaign. So here to tell us more are the co-founders of KidNation, Chris Ludacris Bridges and Sandy Lal. Great to have both of you guys here. Luda, let's start with you. What can children expect on the KidNation platform?
Oh man, listen, I've been working on this for quite some time, and what better time than now when kids need supplemental edutainment, as I like to call it, because of the pandemic and, the numbers rising and all the kids are in virtual school and the parents are going crazy. So what can they expect? Something that's revolutionary in terms of entertainment, in terms of music and different genres, a safe place for kids to go. And I could talk all about it, but if they go to KidNation.com and sign up for this whole free month that we have, it will explain everything way better. It will show you better than I can explain. But just think about music videos and all different genres of music, talking about science, talking about math, talking about doing chores, talking about drinking water, eating vegetables, just trying to encourage all the kids to do positive things and it being a safe place for them as well.
That's amazing. Sandy, what was missing in the market that you felt like this was a perfect opportunity to create this?
I wish I had this when I was growing up myself. And, Chris, I had a vision from the content standpoint. And when I looked at all the platforms out there, it just felt like this was completely missing. Something of high quality, this caliber, and something that was completely safe. A lot of parents these days, even pre-pandemic are concerned, right? What are my kids watching? Do I need to look over their shoulder? Is it safe? Is it enriching? So on and so forth. That's only been magnified due to the pandemic. So, this solves all of that from my standpoint.
Yeah, I'm with you. It sounds like something I wish I had when I was younger as well. And Sandy, you guys are teaming up with Galpin Ford for the hashtag Drive Hope for Kids campaign. How is that supporting kids who are in the Boys and Girls Clubs right now?
Yeah, so, a big part of what we're doing, right, is to enrich and educate kids. And with that comes, a huge give back component. So, Boys and Girls Club, Chris had a little bit of a background with that as well. He'll tell you about, but, helping underserved kids and, especially kids, in their early teen years growing up, we feel that whatever we can do to help support that, specifically with this platform, is very important.
Now, Chris, the winners get some pretty amazing stuff. Not only do they get a brand new Ford Bronco, which, by the way, those new ones are amazing looking, they also get to hang out with you as well. What does a day hanging out with Ludacris consist of?
Man, listen, every single day is different, but yes, they get to, this Bronco is like there's an 18-month waiting list for it. So all they need to go is go to winanewbronco.com. And yes, I will hand over the keys when it's safe enough to do so. So shout out to the people over at Galpin Auto Sports. It's going to be fully customized. It's a 2021 version. So we're just trying to make it, very enticing because we're launching this KidNation.com platform. And we're also just doing something positive for the kids. I just want to be the change that I want to see in the world. And this is one of the best ways for me to do it by offering all of these different things, which ultimately are going to help all the new generation and the kids out. So all the parents that's going crazy, grandparents that's looking right now, just tell your kids to go to KidNation.com. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. And this is best, especially during the holiday season when kids are going to be out of the virtual schooling, something fun and something very entertaining for them.
Yeah, good point. Sandy, as Chris was talking earlier, so many kids are doing virtual learning because of the pandemic. And I think, if anything, it really showed us how the vast inequities that we see in this country, especially when it comes to learning right now. How are you guys at KidNation really starting to help solve that problem?
So, first and foremost, we are we are talking about issues that are not typically spoken about, right? So, a lot of times with kids' platforms, and we're only obviously talking about the educational ones, they focus on certain curriculums and topics and so on and so forth. But they don't really talk about current events, right? They don't really translate kind of what's going on there. And, as we saw from 2020, you're talking about vast inequities, right? 2020 is the biggest magnifier of that. So, we've touched on topics, already with regard to COVID which have hit minorities more, and obviously the BLM movement. We touched on that, and I don't know if you saw, but we also had a piece around voting, and we had a voting song from the kids' perspective. So everyone right now, you're voting, and it's like a lot of people aren't thinking about the next generation because a lot of what happens now affects them.
Absolutely. And Chris, you also have a personal connection to the Vernon Boys and Girls Club as well. How did that sort of connection help push you to work further with this organization?
Well, man, my dad used to go to the Boys and Girls Club in Mount Vernon, New York. And, that's where my history goes. And, they help with educational supplies. They help with families in need. They help with tutoring because a lot of kids need that right now. So I just love all the different incentives that they have going on, and I'm in full support of that. And all it does is make me want to help out even more, continue the legacy, and continue to help my fellow human being. And what better way to do it than, like I said before, with the new generation, that we want this world to be a better place for them than it is for us right now, because obviously there's a lot of craziness going on, for lack of a better term. And I'm just trying to pave the way for the kids, man.
Well, you guys are both doing a really great job with that. Chris Ludacris Bridges and Sandy Lal, the co-founders of KidNation. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. To win a fully customized 2021 Ford Bronco, first edition, and even hang out with Ludacris, all you have to do is visit winanewbronco.com for more information.